Well, hey, New City, and welcome back to the $5 Gift Club, where we believe through small amounts we can make a big impact. This month, I was able to sit down with my friend Maggie, who is the executive director of A Place at the Table, which is a pay-what-you-can restaurant loving RDU in a very generous way. We cannot wait to share with you how your generosity made an impact this month. So I'm sitting here with my friend Maggie, not at A Place at the Table, which we'll talk about, which you are the founder and CEO. Next time we'll be at A Place at the Table. But we are actually at New City. What you do at A Place at the Table is like crazy. I mean, it's just revolutionary ways to love Raleigh. And I'm really interested what it looks like now, especially during COVID. What that has looked like, how it's changed your business. But before we get there, tell us a little bit about yourself and how did all of this start?
Sure. Very, very timely in the shirt, the Love More Raleigh.
That's right.
That statement. Perfect.
Right.
Perfect touch. So I'm Maggie Kane. I'm the founder and executive director of A Place at the Table. We are a pay-what-you-can nonprofit restaurant in downtown Raleigh. And I went to state, again,
Go Pack!
Did you go to state?
No, but I'm a huge fan.
Good. Okay, you win.
Go Pack.
So I went to state, loved it, but when I was at state, I started volunteering for a day shelter, working with people experiencing homelessness, and found that I just fell in love with so many amazing humans. And I am the firm believer that when you want to know people, what do? You eat with them. Eating is such a community thing that we do. I mean, it's biblical. And so I started eating with people more, and eating with people in poverty meant eating with them at the soup kitchen. So there's a great soup kitchen in Raleigh. It feeds about 300 people in an hour. But we'd walk down there on a dreary day. Even we'd stand outside. We'd finally get inside, and once we were inside, we'd get handed a plate. We didn't get to choose what we wanted, and then we'd have to eat really quickly so someone else could come in and eat. Yeah. And not that there's anything wrong with that. Soup kitchens fill that hunger need in the community, but what I found every time I went to eat with folks was that it was so different than my life experience, where I can go eat wherever I want, spend time with people, and really get to know them over food. And I finally realized we had to do something in Raleigh. I saw really great restaurants, I saw really great feeding sources and resources, great places for people with money, great places for people without money, but I saw the two being disconnected and going in two different ways.
Okay.
So I started researching, found the pay what you can system, and found that it existed in other places, and said if this can exist in other places, then it can exist here.
So you started A Place at the Table, and you combine those places where people cannot, not just get a free meal, but come and find dignity and community. And so walk us through what it looks like at
Sure.
A Place at the Table.
Absolutely. So when you walk in, you see a normal restaurant. You wouldn't even think that we're a nonprofit until you start to see volunteer name tags, explainer signs, but you smell bacon, you see friendly faces. It's a dignified, nice restaurant.
Yeah.
And you walk up to the counter and you see a menu, and all prices are suggested prices. So the person behind the register will say, your suggested price is, would you like to pay that, less, or volunteer for your meal? And that's what suggested pricing means. So you can pay that price, you can pay more and pay it forward for someone else. You can pay less because some weeks are harder than others, and all you can do is just pay less for your meal, or you can pay by volunteering with us.
Yeah, and that's really, really awesome. So walk us through, though, these last few months,
Sure.
because you went from, what were the statistics before
Sure.
COVID of people paying versus people not paying?
Yeah, sure. So 70% of people paid for their meal pre-COVID, and 30% of people did not. Now, it's flipped on its head and more. 80% of people do not pay, and 20% of people do pay.
And how many people are you serving a day now?
Yeah. So pre-COVID, we saw about 60 to 70 free meals a day. Now we're doing about 300 free meals a day. I know, just let that sink in.
How do you do it?
Yeah.
Because you think about, God, you've given me this vision, we're doing it, but now we're giving 300 meals away each day.
Yep.
Where's money coming from?
Right.
Why do you do it?
Right. I think about this a lot, and we do it because we can, and it's continuing to build that community that we believe so wholeheartedly in.
Yeah.
we can't have people sitting and eating in our restaurant and building community now because of COVID, but there's this neat, cool, authentic community that is happening on the sidewalk. So we will continue to be there and be that light, that presence for people, for all people, whether it's Robert who lives upstairs with a puppy, or whether it's, Suzette who's coming from the bus station, because that community is so crucial, and it's what makes this whole COVID period okay.
Right. Man, that is so awesome. So yeah, we wanted to hear what you were doing, because obviously like people need to eat.
Yeah.
But we don't always have the funds to eat. And so what you are doing, I think that's just super awesome. And so thank you so much for sharing your story. But we also have a little bit of a surprise for you. And we have something at New City Church called the $5 Gift Club.
Okay.
So while we can't share a meal with you right now at your restaurant, we are sitting at New City, we do have just a small gift to say thank you about what you're doing, because we invite all of our people to give an additional $5 on top of their monthly offering. And people have been generous during COVID. And so I also have a small gift just to provide a few meals at a place at the table.
Thank you.
I have a check for $400 for you and just a place at the table.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank
And
you.
so my final question is, how can we pray for you?
Sure.
How can we pray for Maggie? Because I know that you're going to go to how we can pray for a place at the table.
Yeah.
But how can we pray for you during this time? Which includes a place at the table.
Thank you. Thank you. I think that I can lead in a way that is the most, I don't know, that will lead my staff in a way that is going to keep us going for the next couple of months. I mean, it's hard, and it's hard to keep staff encouraged and just open to even working, right? So that we can keep our mission alive, for sure, and that I can lead in that way.
Yeah, all the unknown, I'm sure, of COVID is like,
it's
what
scary.
are we doing, Maggie?
It's
what
scary.
are we doing? How are we going to do this?
Yeah, it's hard. It is hard to keep the faith, right? We've been hit 10 times already. All of us have.
Right.
So I guess for that, but we're doing great. I would ask people come and see us. Come eat with us. The food is good. I don't cook. The food is good.
So next time we do this, we will sit down together.
Yes, and have a meal.